It's finally happening. This is not a joke title. This isn't a clickbait title. The thumbnail isn't clickbait. Ladies and gentlemen, Rayas is actually getting Awoken on the Japanese version of the game. Yep, you heard me right. After years, literally, he has been teased since 2019 to get an awakening. They are finally going through with it, and he is getting his awakening later in September. The only thing that we have to go off of for this is, of course, the Grand Summoner's Japanese Twitter account, which, as you see right here, this is what they posted. And if you want to know what this is translated, it pretty much just says that this is from the Grand Summoner's live stream that they did. And the next awakening is Rayas. Finally, Rayas' awakening has been decided, and the main story, chapter 14, which is what JP is currently on, will be released after maintenance on September 13th, Monday. But here's the thing that I want to mention about this, is that he has got majorly overhauled in terms of how he's supposed to look. Just to give you a reference, whenever they first showed off Rayas' awakening back in 2019, the silhouette they used was this one right here. As you can see, this silhouette looks a little bit crazier in terms of what's going on. You can definitely tell that Rayas is holding his sword in some way. He has angel wings now and a bunch of other stuff going on as well. So I don't know if they just completely scrapped this design, or they are using this character's design for something else, or they're going to be planning on re-releasing Rayas as an actual summonable unit at some point. Whatever the case may be, this awakening and this artwork is not actually Rayas' Awoken art at all, which kind of sucks because Rayas is supposed to ascend to godhood with this awakening, or so we were told back in the day. I don't know if he's still quote-unquote ascending to godhood with this new awakening, but there is some stuff that I do want to point out about this silhouette. And as a disclaimer on this video, everything that I'm about to say is nothing but speculation, so please do not take everything I say to heart, because yeah, more than likely I'm completely wrong. First and foremost, you can definitely tell that Rayas has got a huge glow up just by the silhouette alone. He's having a lot more, almost like a phoenix type of vibe with the whole bird in the background, or the wing, whatever that's supposed to be. He could still be considered a god, but who knows? He may have some Sephiroth and Geogenesis, you know, type of shit where they all have the one wing. He could be going down with something like that where he has a wing on his back now. But either way though, we do see some feathers here, so there's something to go along with either a phoenix or him having a wing, or him being like an angel or something like that. And it's definitely a lot different from his 5-star art. As you can tell with his 5-star art, his stand in the background doesn't really have a wing at all. There's no wings on him, there's no feathers anywhere, and it's completely different than what his Awoken art looks like. Not only that, I do want to mention something else about what Rayas is holding. Rayas seems to be holding a sword, but I do not actually think it is the sword that we know him for holding, which is, I forgot what it's called, isn't it like True Regacia or something like that? Reg Garcia? It's something like that. I can't remember the exact name of it. You guys know. Either way, it's the one that's actually shown off in his 5-star art, and I actually think that this sword that he's now holding is not actually that sword. And a part of me actually believes now that this sword that he is holding is maybe Rude Magus. And you may be like, wait, OP, isn't that Zeorg's sword? And yes, it is. Zeorg actually passed down that sword to Rayas and said whenever he is able to wield it, he can use it. Like, that is his sword now. And Rude Magus is a type of sword that's similar to like Excalibur, where it will choose its wielder. And if we actually look at the regular True Reg Garcia in game, I really don't think this is the same sword. Because as you see with this artwork right here, it doesn't really look like that whatsoever. But the same thing could be made for Rude Magus. I think that it may be a little bit more Rude Magus, more so because how the end of the sword looks. Like, it has the grooves going out of the sword from like the tip of the blade. And that makes me believe more so that this is Rude Magus than actually Reyes' actual sword. Which, if that's the case, then that means they're finally actually advancing that storyline that they set up during the Dark Zeorg event. It could also still be just Reyes' true weapon. But if it is, I'm going to be a little bit upset. Another thing that kind of got me wondering if this is another weapon, which the only other weapon that I could actually see this being is Orvel's sword, which really wouldn't make any sense. And the only reason why I'm saying that is that you see how you can tell Reyes is clearly holding a handle with his right arm, and he's kind of like sheathing it, or he's kind of like swinging it behind his back, or he's unsheathing it, or the case may be. But do you see right beside the left of his head, you see that little spike that comes up? I don't think that's a piece of armor Reyes has on. I think that's actually part of the sword, which reminds me of the little like spike that comes out of Grandestin, which is Orvel's sword. Which, if that's the case, then they got a lot of explaining to do if it is Grandestin, because it doesn't make any sense how Reyes would have that sword, especially considering Reyes pretty far in the future compared to when the Cross the Blaze saga actually takes place. Yeah, either way though, there's something going on. He's definitely got a new weapon of some kind, or his old weapon got massively upgraded. As far as the kit goes, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I have no idea what they would do with Reyes. I really want this guy to be good, and I hope that they don't go easy crazy on him just because he is a free unit. I really believe that they should give out an extremely powerful unit for new players to have by just playing the story. And that could be this Rayas. Like, please, game. Please, Nyama P, all you guys over there, if there's any time to make a free unit actually good, this would be the time. Yeah, there's a lot of vibes coming off of him for me. I'm getting some one-winged angel vibes, some godhood vibes, a little bit of Ragna too. Not even gonna cap with how the background is and everything. And the main question is, who is this sword? Also, he may be wearing different armor now. I'm not for sure on that, but the armor itself does look a little bit different, but it could just be that it's because it's a side view, so it doesn't look like as bulky as Reyes' armor actually is. If he gets a whole new outfit too, hey man, I'm gonna be hyped. I do know some people are disappointed due to the fact that it's not going to be the old Reyes' Awakening, because a lot of people was looking forward to this due to just seeing this and then instantly being like, oh my god, this looks insane, which the old silhouette did look pretty promising, but I think this new Reyes is still going to be looking pretty nice as well. So yeah, that's really all I have to say. We'll know for a fact on the 13th, hell, even maybe before the 13th, what Reyes' Awakening will do and everything that he's going to have with it. I'm almost positive they're going to be doing a lot of hype around this, probably doing a lot of promotional trailers and everything. So as soon as all that information comes out, you best believe your boy OP's going to be looking at it, going to be going over it, and seeing how good this new Reyes really is. Please, GS, just make him good. That's all I'm asking. Just please make him good. Reyes isn't my favorite character, but I do believe that the MC should be somewhat powerful in the game. I'm not asking for an uber broken unit like Vox or something. I'm at least asking for a good, solid unit, like a really strong A tier, maybe even S tier unit. He doesn't have to be S plus or SS or whatever people use nowadays on tier lists. I just want him to be a very strong unit, very potent unit that everybody can achieve, that everybody can get, especially if he looks cool. Like, please make Reyes actually look cool and not clueless and dumb like he usually always is. Guys, that's gonna be it for this video. Tell me down below how you feel about Reyes' Awakening. I'm pretty hyped for it. I can't wait to see what his kit does. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, man, that it's actually good. But don't forget to like the video, lads. Don't forget to comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And last but not least, you guys already know, don't forget to drink water.